Black tax. Single motherhood in the diaspora and black tax. Now, welcome back, my viewers, to this channel. If you're new here, welcome. This is a channel where we talk freely, we express ourselves freely, we talk truthfully, we share our experiences, and we guide and support each other as we strive to thrive in this motherhood journey and our journey as single moms in the diaspora. Now, I've just mentioned this, black tax and single motherhood. Now, you are this daughter, you went abroad and you have 4 kids, for example, and you are the first one, or maybe amongst the first, to step out of your family to fly abroad, and you're living in a diasporan country, you're a single mom, and nobody knows how life is where you are. Nobody understands what is going on where you are. You're the only one who understands the struggles that you're going through. So you have your kids over there, you're struggling to find a house that can accommodate all of you, and maybe you find a small place because houses are very expensive. You have to share rooms with your children, and your finances are still not all together, and you're still struggling to put everything together. You've not even found a proper job that you can say would hold your financial bills and at least get something extra. You're not saving anything because it is just hand to mouth from the word go when you get there. Now, you land in the diaspora. The first few weeks, within 1 month, you start getting messages and calls from relatives back at home. They want this, they want you to solve that. Already your siblings have been handed over to you. You're supposed to pay school fees for them. Suddenly you've become a money tree, and you're supposed to be solving everybody's problems. Now, this is one big problem that most Africans are facing. I don't know about those who come from Asia or in European countries or in the Americas, but then those coming from Africa, you understand what I'm talking about when it comes to black tax. You have not even figured out your life. You don't even know A from B. And already you're receiving calls and you're receiving messages about they need money for this, they need money for that, somebody's in the hospital, school fees it needs to be paid, this and that. And this situation adds to your state in terms of stress and depression, because you have not been able to enroll your children to school, and if you have, you've not completed all the fees that is needed in that school or all the requirements that are needed in that school. You've not been able to figure out a nice place to stay with your children because your finances still cannot afford you a good place to stay. You are still navigating your way around this country that you have just come into, and you still do not know much. You're still on some managing jobs. You're just managing life. But there is no way you're going to convince, no matter how many times you try to explain yourself to your people back home, you will not be able to convince them that you do not have money. There is this notion that the moment you board a plane, automatically there is money, that I don't know, the impression that money is being handed to you, or automatically you start getting money. Now, nobody thinks about you paying bills where you are. Nobody thinks about you paying rent where you are. Nobody thinks about your children needs to be clothed, to be fed, and go to school, and school fees needs to be paid. Nobody thinks about how you're going to be transporting yourself from wherever place you stay to where you are, because they have no idea. And most times you find that if you're managing your job, you're just managing the kind of jobs you're doing. Maybe you have 3 jobs, you're working in shifts from one job to another to another one. The place where you stay, the affordable place where you can stay would be so far away from your workplace. So you are always running in the morning to catch the train or the bus. You're always running in the evening to catch the train or catch the bus for you to be able to go back to your children. So these are some things that are really causing a lot of stress to most single African moms in the diaspora. Now, you are a single mom, you don't have any financial support from anyone, you are the only one taking care of your family and taking care of your children, you're the only one taking care of the bills. But at the same time, as you're running up and down, at the same time, you cannot sleep peacefully because you have a sibling or 3 siblings back at home that you're supposed to pay school fees for. You have a cousin, an uncle, an aunt, or a grandmother who is sick that needs medication. You have a mom or a dad or all types of relatives that need money from you. And when you try to explain to them that you do not have anything, then now they start treating you in a certain way. And this is one thing that has caused the death of so many moms or single African women in the diaspora. A few years ago, there was a girl who actually jumped on the rail and was crushed by a moving train. And whatever message she left behind, she could not just do it anymore. She was already going through depression because every single coin that she was making was going home. Every single coin she was making was going home. Now she cannot even afford to pay her own rent. She cannot afford to pay her own bills. And let me tell you guys out here, you cannot fail to pay bills and pay rent. Those excuses cannot work out here. So there are things that happen that sometimes you sit back as a single mom and you wonder, does anyone ever stop to think, how am I surviving where I am? How am I managing with my children where I am? Does anybody ever stop to think, what if they are not even able to feed? Because these black tasks, you don't find a situation where your relatives send you money. And even when you express and tell them, oh, by the way, I don't even have anything, nobody offers any help. But they're listing for you the things they want you to solve for them. So as a single African mom in the diaspora, you really need to rethink your priorities. I know at first it is very difficult. It is really, really, really difficult. Because we are wired in a certain way that we are just supposed to be helping one person after another, after another, after another. Sometimes you actually even take away from your children to help relatives. And your children are the ones who are suffering now. You yourself, you're not even able to pay your medical bills because you are still paying medical bills for somebody back at home. So I would like us to really rethink our strategy about black tax. Yes, we will continue helping. Yes, we will continue supporting our relatives back at home. That is something we cannot run away from. But stop yourself at some point and ask, what do I do first? Which one should I prioritize? You have kids who are soon moving to the university or moving to college or moving to the next grades. They need new uniforms, they need new books, they need they need school fees. You need to think about who is going to take care of your children. Because if anything happens to you, remember, you're already going through depression or stress because of this constant calls and texts that they need money, they need money, they need money. So if anything happens to you right now, the question will be, you have been working out here for all this time. Who is going to take care of your kids? Or how are your kids going to survive? Black tax for Africans is not a joke. It has drained so many Africans. It has made so many Africans stagnate. And I'm talking about this because we have so many of us African women who have been out here for a period of time. So many of you have been out here for a very long time, and there is nothing. Not even a single thing that you have done back at home, or even anything you bought for yourself that you can say, for these years that I've been working, this is what my effort, my sweat has given me. You have completely nothing. Because you've been supporting person A, person B, person C, the list is endless. You're moving all the way to Z. There is no one considers how you feel. Nobody considers what will your life look like. Nobody stops to check on, okay, what about her? Now, the level of selfishness that comes with black tax and the level of entitlement that comes with black tax is something that you really need to call yourself into a meeting and ask yourself, do you really want, how long are you going to be doing this? And if you don't have, yourself you do not have, how are you going to support them? How are you going to uplift your people if you don't even have, you've not grounded yourself yet? So as we talk about this, as a single mom at this point, I honestly will tell you, think about your children and think about yourself. Then the rest follow. Prioritize your children and yourself, then the rest follow. Because at the end of the day, remember, your children only look up to you. as a single mom. Your children only look up to you. There is no one else. You are the only parent. You are the only available person. You are the only source of income to them. You are the only financial advisor or source for them. You must restructure. You must ensure that you prioritize your children, yourself, then the rest. There is no way you're going to be sending money home. You have not paid your bills. There is no way you're going to be sending money to people. You have not cleared your children's school fees. There is no way you're going to keep sending money to people back at home. And your child's health is at risk. You have a sick child in the house that needs to go to the hospital. But because you've been called that your mother is seriously sick at home or your cousin is seriously sick at home, now you have to forego taking your child to the hospital because you're sending money to your relatives back home. Remember, at the end of the day, you are the one who has the power to control how this life is going to turn out. Prioritize your family, your nuclear family, you and your children first. Then the rest can be taken care of. But as you do that, ask yourself, at the end of the day, what have you put in place? What have you put in place that would help your children or help you if you have to stop working today? Do not prioritize black tax. One day I will tell you more about this story. My own personal story, I will tell you one day. But I'm putting this out here for you who still has the opportunity, who is just starting off, who has just moved to the diaspora, who just came in and moved in with your children, you're alone, you're single, and you have thousands of relatives back at home who are looking. Now they've stopped everything and you're the only finance bank that they have. Rethink your strategies. Rethink your strategies. Especially you as a single mom from Africa. I have been there, I'm still there, and I know what I'm talking about. So I will advise that you prioritize. Prioritize. I didn't say don't help, but think carefully, how do you want to strategize that helping? And how is it inconveniencing your own children and yourself at the expense of others? I hope that this will give you guidance and will stop you and give you room to think about how you want to plan your finances. If this information resonated with you, if you've been through something like this and you're still struggling up to now, could you please share with us your experience, share with us how you navigated black tax and single motherhood in the diaspora, and how you're managing or how you are able to put your finances together, that you're able to manage your own side and also manage your relatives back at home. Please comment, share with us your experiences, tell us more about how you went through it. That would also help us to navigate. Okay, so looking forward to listening, to reading, and to hearing from you. Please like my videos, share my videos to that mom that just joined us in the diaspora and is already going through stress and depression just because of black tax. Remind this mom so that we can remind this mom that she needs to prioritize and she needs to restructure her financial plans. Thank you so much. I look forward to listening to you again. I look forward to seeing, reading through your comments. Let us share. Let us interact in the comment section. Subscribe. Share this video. Please share, like, subscribe. And thank you so much for your time. I look forward to sharing with you again until the next video very soon. Thank you and see you next time. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay? See you next time and bye.